Good morning. Hey, if you're just waking up, we're coming to you at 99.1 on your radio dial. Listen, everybody, before we get started, I'd like to say hello to all the truck drivers out there, and I'd like to send out a very personal thanks to all the guys that drive for the show that was here in town last night. For those of you who couldn't make the show, oh man, you missed a really good concert. As you probably know, it's customary for radio personalities like myself to go backstage and meet and greet the band. But last night was a very special treat for me and the kids. That's because we got to hang with all the truck drivers. You know, the guys who drive those big fancy semis loaded with all that equipment. Boy, I'll tell you what, we all just had a blast. These guys were the friendliest, most down-to-earth people you'd ever want to meet. Man, these trucks were loaded. They had everything. You know, I think people sometimes forget that the real show goes on behind the scenes. Let's face it, without these guys doing a great job night after night, there wouldn't be a show. And that, of course, goes for all you truck drivers out there. We can't live without you, literally. So listen, folks, next time you see or pass a truck, look up. Give them a smile, maybe even a friendly wave. Let them know you care. Well, thanks again, guys, for a really great show. And wherever you are, drive safe, and we'll see you next time around.
I just wanted to tell you, that sure is a pretty truck you're driving.
Hey, listen, I really do thank you.
10-4. Where are you going with that big old fancy truck anyway?
Well, I'm driving it to Nashville. This truck is going to be in a music video.
Hey, what do they call you? What's your CB handle?
Pink Panther?
Yeah, okay, Pink Panther. They call me the Road Runner. I gotta jump off up here. But sure has been nice running with you. You have yourself a nice day and a safe trip. And by all means, take good care of that big old pretty truck. Maybe I'll see you out here again sometime.
Well, listen, thanks a lot there, Roadrunner. You do the same. Thanks again for the compliment.
Hey, how you doing? Right now we're going to take some time and show you around the truck, and then we're going to take you for a ride. This particular truck right here is a Kenworth W900 Studio Sleeper. The reason that we call them 18-wheelers is because the tractor has 10 wheels on it, the trailer has 8, and together they make 18. As you can well see, these engines are pretty big. This particular engine is a 470 Detroit, and this particular truck has a 13-speed transmission in it. Did you know you could go from Albuquerque, New Mexico to New York City in one tank of fuel in this truck? This truck has two 150-gallon fuel tanks, and it averages between 5 and 7 miles to the gallon.
Brake channel 19. Hey, Pink Panther, is that you?
Yeah, 10-4. Who's this?
Michael, it's Randy. Where are you?
I'm up here eastbound at the 206.
Oh, okay. I'm back behind you at the 204. Were you just on that radio talking to some guy about a half a mile ago?
Yeah, huh? 10-4.
Yeah, I thought I heard you talking on that little CB of yours.
Don't be talking about my little radio. Since I've seen you last, my radio grew up to be a big, high-powered one.
I just saw you last week. What did you do, break down and buy a new one?
Yep, 10-4.
You simply amaze me. You really went out and bought something important for the truck. I thought you would have gotten some more of those chrome things or one of those weird little doohickeys you sometimes buy.
Hey, listen, everything I buy for the truck is important. You know that.
Uh-huh. Like that little white thing that spins on top, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's attached to a big rubber band. It's a big wind-up toy.
Oh, that's pretty good. How many people do you think are going to believe that?
Hey, listen, does it matter? It's a great conversation piece. Hey, listen. We better stop up here so I can make a call.
Okay, that sounds good to me. It's time for that 100-mile coffee.
Well, now that we've showed you the outside of the truck, I'd like to show you the inside of the truck. Well, believe it or not, this is not a jet plane, even though some people think the inside of this does look like a cockpit of one. But right now, I'm going to show you around the instrument panel. Our gauges are just like the ones you have in your car. There's just a lot more of them. We're going to start with the steering wheel. This is just like the one in your car. The nice thing about this one is it's wood grain and it's made of wood, which is really nice in your hands for really long drives. It also adjusts just like the one in your car does. It goes down, it goes up, and the neat thing about this one, it telescopes. You just unscrew this and it goes down and rises up. And it makes for a lot more comfortable drive. This first set of switches is all our light switches. This first one is our marker lights. The second one is our trailer lights. The third one is our headlights. The fourth one is our stop and tail. And our fifth one is the auxiliary lights. Those are all the lights that run down the side of the truck. The second row of switches is our engine brake, which helps us slow down, our cruise control, just like you have in your car, and this last switch is a preheat switch for our fuel filter, which heats the fuel before it enters the filter. Our next row is our window shield wiper, just like your car, fog lights like your car, and on big trucks we have heated mirrors, which in the wintertime gets all the ice off the mirrors. We have our fifth wheel unlock, and this truck comes equipped with air ride, and by hitting this switch, we deflate our airbags in the back, which means our truck can lower. In this particular truck, we have power mirrors, both on the driver's side and the passenger side, and this is where you adjust them. We also have what's called an interaxle differential, which is the same thing as just like a four-wheel drive in your pickup truck, and it's operated right here.
Brake channel 19. How about it, fellas? Go ahead, Brake. Say, you want those rock on the roll trucks that just passed me? 10-4. Hey, listen, I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you haul those big, fancy, large cars anyway?
Hey, driver, what do you think we haul?
Well, let's see. Probably somebody's race car. Nah, I know what you guys are hauling. One of those rock bands, right?
Yeah, pretty close. We haul a lot of different bands and related events. You know, we haul sound and light systems, scenery and wardrobe, you know, showbiz kind of stuff. Matter of fact, we're on the way down to Nashville right now. Both of these trucks are going to be in a music video.
Well, that's all right. Say, you guys ever get to meet those big stars? Yep, sure do. Oh yeah, what are they like?
Man, I'll tell you what, they're definitely all different, that's for sure.
It sure does sound like fun.
It is at times, but like anything else, there's a lot of hard work to it.
Hey, Randy, speaking of work, it's time we get our trucks loaded for this video. Now, our exit is right up here, a couple miles. So listen up, I'm going to give you some directions. Now, when you get off the exit, go to the end of the ramp and turn right. Go on down the street and start looking to your left. Now, there's going to be a driveway on your left, so go ahead and pull in. That's where the warehouse is, where you're going to load your gear. Once you pull in the driveway, you know, go ahead and back up to the dock. They're really nice people, and they'll get you loaded pretty fast. And, listen, make sure you leave your radio on so I can reach you. I'm going to be just down the street loading the lights. Now, did you get all that?
Well, I'm here at the lighting company, and we have just started to load all the lighting equipment that will be used in the music video. Now, there are many different lighting companies around the country, but one nice thing that they all have in common is that no matter how many different kinds of lights they have, they basically all look the same and they load the same. Now, all of the very delicate lights and all of the cables used to plug them in with are loaded into these many different colored road cases. Now, the silver lighting trusses are used to hang the lights once they get to the show. But one really neat thing about them is the lights are stored inside when we travel, and they are stacked 3 to 4 high to save space inside of the trailer. Now, all of this equipment is on wheels so that it can be easily pushed around when it gets to the stage or on the arena floor. Because it's on wheels, our trailers have straps and bars that help secure the load. By strapping it in tight and using the load bars behind it, it keeps it from moving around and breaking loose.
Brake channel 19.
Well, go ahead there, young lady.
Thank you very much for the break. I just wondered, well, actually, my daughter wants to know, what is a large car?
You must be driving a four-wheeler.
Yes, sir, I am. Are you driving a big truck?
Yes, ma'am. Say, what's your daughter's name?
Somebody stepped on your channel, driver. She said Amanda.
Well, hi there, Amanda. Let's see. A large car is just an expression that truck drivers use to describe a real big fancy truck. They're usually painted up all nice, have lots of lights and chrome on them. They look just like those trucks the guys from Rock on the Roll are driving. You see them?
Yeah.
Now, these are manufactured by Kenworth. They're a company that makes trucks. There are also ones made by Peterbilt, Freightliner, Ford, Mack, and a few others. Plus, most of the time they have really big sleepers on the back. That's where the drivers sleep. They have beds in them, and some even have 2 beds and travel refrigerators. They also have big motors in them made by Detroit, Cummins, and Caterpillar. Plus at least 400, 500 horsepower, along with 13 to 18 gears.
Do you drive one like that?
No, sweetie, I don't. But I hope that I answered your question.
I think so. But what about all those gears? How do you shift that many?
Well, it's a lot easier than it sounds. It really is.
Hey, listen, thanks a lot for talking to her. She really enjoyed talking to a real truck driver.
You're welcome. Y'all drive safe now.
Our first set of gauges on the far top left is our air pressure for our tractor and our trailer, a fuel gauge just like the one in your car, a brake pressure for your trailer, a brake pressure for the tractor, oil transmission, which is something a little different you don't have in your car, a fuel filter gauge, also a forward axle gauge and a temperature for your rear axle. Our center console gauges are really just like the ones you have in your car. We have our speedometer, which obviously tells us how fast we're going. We have our tachometer, which helps us shift. This is a neat one, our pyrometer, and what that does is tell us what our temperature is in our stacks. And also the bottom gauge here is just a temperature gauge to let us know how cold it is outside. And our last row of gauges are real simple too. We have our voltmeter, just like the one you have in your car. We have our engine temperature gauge. We have our amp gauge that shows us how much electricity we're drawing. We have our water temperature gauge, which is just like in your car. And we have our oil temperature gauge. And this one's a little different. This is our turbo boost gauge. And of course, all trucks do have a CB radio. All right, I'm going to show you the brake system. This little valve up here is called the trolley valve. It looks like a little gear shift. And the only reason that you use the trolley valve is in case you have to make an emergency stop and stop real quick. You pull it down just like this. Well, right here in the center of our dash is our trailer supply system and our tractor braking supply system. The trailer is in red, the tractor is in yellow. And of course, tractors and trailers have air brakes. So whenever you hear this sound, that means that the truck driver has set the brakes. You know, shifting 13 gears isn't near as difficult as it sounds. Some trucks even have 15 gears and 18 gears. We shift like this. We have a switch down here that is in low range, and then we kick it up to mid-range, and we have another red switch over here that kicks it up to high range. It's kind of like having a 15-speed bicycle.
I'm back at Rock on the Roll. You still out there?
Yes, sir. We're here.
Hey, y'all gonna stop for coffee up here?
10-4.
You guys don't mind if I stop with you? I'd like to get a closer look at those big trucks.
Alrighty, let's go. Hey guys, we're gonna jump off this exit.
10-4.
Hey Randy, where are you at?
Michael, look in your mirror. I'm right behind you. Guy's been on the road too long.
Hey, Pink Panther, look over there at that big blue truck. Is that another Rock on the Roll truck?
Yeah, sure is. It's Will. Hey Will, you got your radio on?
Yeah, 10-4.
Hey there, big truck. Where are you going?
I heard you guys talking on the radio, so I thought I'd come on over.
Hey Will, you've already gotten your trailer loaded with your gear for the music video, right?
10-4.
How many trucks you guys have?
A few.
Are they all like these?
Yeah, 10-4, just different colors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they really stand out.
That's the idea. Be special, be different. You know showbiz. Bright colors.
Yeah, 10-4, that's for sure.
Hey Randy, look over there to your left. There's 3 empty spaces right together. Matter of fact, they're real close to the telephones, so go ahead and grab them if you can.
Sure you can park that big old truck?
Hey, listen, I'll do my best.
Gee, what a guy.
Hey, how about it, driver? You find a space? Yeah,
How How about we take a little break? Think I'm gonna lay down and maybe take a short nap. I'm getting kind of tired.
Man. I'm sure glad we stopped. Whew. I really do have to lay down. What was that? Definitely a strange noise. Now, what'd I do with that TV remote? I know it's here somewhere. Now, to watch TV, the pillow definitely has to be over here. You know, this music video sounds like it really is going to be a lot of fun. I even sometimes wonder what it'd be like to be in a music video. Well, I know I can pretty much forget that idea. It's because they usually don't put truck drivers in music videos, let's face it. But it's kind of cool to think about. I just watched some TV. That figures. Now that I found it, doesn't work. Oh well. I'm too tired to watch anyway.
Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Unless I left it on.
Sounds like a car horn out there or something. Who is blowing their horn? Couldn't be.
Hey, everybody back in your trucks? You all got your radios on?
Yeah, 10-4. Man, let's go.
Hey, Will, the ramp to the interstate's right up here.
Yeah, I see it.
I'll tell you what, those trucks do look sharp, especially when you guys are all together like that.
Yeah. You know, we always get a lot of compliments. You know, not only from other truckers, but from everybody. You know, the family, mom, dad, and all the kids.
Yeah, I think it gives them a real good feeling about trucks. That's good. Everybody needs to feel good about trucks again. Yeah, you used to a long time ago. Been there for a while, being a truck driver didn't get you much respect. But it's coming back around again.
Yeah, I know. You know, when people pass me, they always turn and wave. Makes me feel really good.
Michael, let me set you straight. You know why they do that, right?
No, why?
Man, they're just looking because they are so glad they didn't have to spend all that time on this big truck to make it look so good. You know, all that washing and waxing. Oh man, and let's not forget all that polishing.
Oh, gee. I thought it was because maybe they thought it looked clean and safe. You know, important things like that.
Well, I know for a fact. People who take a good look at the trucks you guys drive gotta feel good about the trucking industry. And when they do, that's good for all of us out here.
Hey, listen. That's a big 10-4.
Well, you know, driving a truck in the entertainment business is a lot of fun. But one of the things that goes along with it is you got to clean your truck. You got to keep it real shiny, which means you got to get out and polish it a couple times a week. This is how we do it. Well, right now I'm polishing the quarter fenders. We have 2 of these on each side of the truck. And quarter fenders are here to keep the spray from the rain and the dirt off of the cars that pass by, and also keeps it off the back of the cab. And we polish. And we polish. We polish. Well, now that we've finished polishing all the stainless, the chrome, and the aluminum, it's time to do the tires. These particular tires are manufactured by Bridgestone. Matter of fact, you may even have a set of Bridgestones on your family car at home. Bridgestone makes all kinds of tires, except these are 4 to 5 times larger than car tires. Well, cleaning the tires is a lot of work, but it does put a finishing touch on polishing our truck. Well, now that we've polished the quarter fenders and cleaned the tires, it's time that we do the wheels. I bet some of you think these are chrome wheels. Well, they're not. These are polished aluminum. That's why I'm out here polishing them right now, to keep them looking as shiny as they do. These are manufactured by Alcoa. We use them exclusively in all our tractors and all our trailers for a couple of different reasons. Alcoa aluminum wheels are lighter in weight than steel wheels, which means we can haul more gross weight. And after you polish them up, they look really nice. That's why we use them. Over here on the frame is a 5th wheel, and it's very important. Its purpose is to hold the trailer to the tractor. Did you know that a long time ago, when trucks were first built, they only had 4 wheels? Since this lays on its side and looks like a wheel, that's how it became known as the 5th wheel. You know, a lot of people sometimes wonder what the different colored stickers on the side of the truck means. These stickers are fuel stickers. This is proof that we have paid our fuel taxes in the different states that we run. Well, one thing that's neat about big trucks is that they have air ride seats, and they adjust like this. They have an arm down here that makes the seat go up to the height that you want, and then they have a valve down here which means you can lower the back of the seat, and then you can go all the way up again.
Hey, Mike, you made your phone call, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
We're gonna get a pay raise?
You wish. No, I just found out the name of the country singer that wants to use the trucks in his music video. His name is Reed Richmond. I'll tell you what, it down on display, you know, down at the SRO convention there in Nashville?
Hey, listen, what's an SRO convention?
Well, let's see. The SRO convention is held down in Nashville, you know, every year. What we do down there is put our truck on display along with other exhibitors like bus companies and sound and lighting companies and, you know, some really neat t-shirt companies. And for about 3 days, a lot of different kind of folks from the entertainment business look for and look at all these different services. And this is where we meet a lot of the country bands, you know, and their production managers. And of course, sometimes we even get some work out of it. You know, I think this is probably where we met Reed and his manager. Because this year we had our brand new truck on display, and man, it looked great. I even wore a suit to this thing. Of course, you meet a lot of other really nice people too. You tell them all about your truck and how your company is different from the others. And of course, you get to do some TV interviews.
100,000.
Those are kind of fun.
You know, my cousin has somebody that drives for somebody. I don't remember.
It's a really great time, and it's pretty productive. You get to eat a lot of great food, and, well, that's about it.
Hey, Mike, it's getting kind of late. It's time to stop, plus I better get some fuel. What do you say we go ahead and stop for the night?
Yeah, okay, I see a sign for a truck stop right up here, and sounds good to me. Let's all pull in.
Hey guys, it's been nice running with you. I still got a couple hours left on my log, so I'm gonna get on down the road. By the way, I'm heading down towards Nashville myself. Maybe I'll see you guys out here again sometime. Drive safe. Yeah, okay, thanks man. You do the same. 10-4.
Hey, guys, go ahead and pull up to the pumps. Go ahead and start fueling, and I'll get out and go in and get squared away at the fuel desk, you know, with the credit card. And when you're done, go ahead and find a space to park in, get some sleep, and I guess we'll see you in the morning.
Now, when we stop for fuel, this is the perfect time for us to check the tires, the oil, make sure all our lights are working, wash our windows, catch up on our logbooks, and of course check the load in the trailer to make sure it's still secure and it hasn't come loose. Now, one really nice feature about the Kenworth trucks is that they have this little door that opens on both sides of the truck. It's located underneath the sleeper, and it makes putting the nozzle into the fuel tank a whole lot easier. I bet you a lot of you have passed by a big truck like this and wondered what it looks like in the sleeper. Well, in a Kenworth W900 Studio Sleeper, you got a lot of room. Look, I'm standing up. There's even enough room for somebody that's 6 foot 8 inches tall, all the way up here. Not only can I stand up, I can sit on my own couch. That's why they call it a studio sleeper. It's just like a studio apartment, and it has all the comforts at home. Not only do I have my own couch, this one folds out into a bed. Just like at home, I've got a refrigerator that I can keep things cold in, like drinks and sandwiches, and a TV set. Not only do I have a TV set, I've got a desk here that I can fill out logbooks and write letters on. And on really long drives where we have to use 2 drivers non-stop, I've got a fold-down bunk on the top that gives him room to sleep also. And even with 2 drivers with all the storage spaces like the closets and the shelves, we got plenty of room. We can stay out on the road for a long time. Did you know that truck drivers are only allowed to drive? Which means in a 7-day week, we're only allowed to drive a total of 60 hours, and in an 8-day week, we're only allowed to drive a total of 70 hours. And the way we keep track of that is right here in our logbook. The next morning, I found out that one of our other customers needed some help. Their show was starting a couple of days earlier than expected. Man, this kind of stuff always happens in this business. Now, since we had some time, Will said he could help out. He would leave his trailer at the truck stop, go and pick up another trailer, get it loaded, and deliver it to them. Later, he'd come back, pick up his trailer, and meet us down in Nashville. Now, on the way to the show, he would have to cross a scale. All states have scales. This is where the DOT, Department of Transportation, weighs and inspects trucks. Now, big trucks can't weigh any more than 80,000 pounds combined gross vehicle weight. That's the weight of the tractor, the trailer, and the load that's on it. There's also an inspection lot behind the scale house where they check logbooks to make sure the drivers have not exceeded the legal hours of service. They also check fuel permits and do a safety inspection to make sure the truck is safe to drive. Now, there are many different types of shows. This particular show only requires 1 truck. Now, the truck drivers never load or unload. That's all done by the local union crew. They are the ones responsible for the unloading of the trucks and the setting up of all the gear. Now, on big tours, there could be up to 15 trucks or more. All the trucks carry pretty much the same type of equipment, just a whole lot more of it, and of course they travel with the show night after night, weeks at a time, sometimes months at a time. So you can see that the drivers are away from home for quite a while. Now, after the crew has finished unloading the truck, it's time for them to set up all the gear. The lights get set up first, then the stage, followed by the sound system.
Check one.
The spotlights are then placed around the arena. Now it's time to test all the equipment and make sure it all works. About the same time, the trucks need to be driven out of the arena. Now, entertainment truck drivers need to have some great driving skills because there's always some extra gear scattered out on the floor. And of course, they need to do this as quickly as possible because there's still a lot of work that still needs to be done. Well, after all this, it's definitely time to go to sleep. Truck drivers sleep during the day while the crews stay and finish setting up. Later that night, they return about 11 o'clock, they get their trucks loaded, and drive all night to the next city for an early morning call time to start the whole process over once again. We've decided to take a short break. Why we do that, I'd like to show you our trailers. But first, we're going to take the tractor away from the trailer, which is known as dropping the trailer, and this is how we do that. The first thing we're going to do is lower the dolly legs, which is more commonly known as the landing gear. We do it just like this, and the reason for it is to make sure that the trailer is flat on the ground and it's safe. Well, now that we've lowered our landing gear, the next thing that we do is to disengage the tractor from the trailer. We do that by pulling the pin on the fifth wheel. Next, it's time to disconnect our emergency service brake line, our service air line for the trailer, and our electrical cable, otherwise known as the pigtail. Now, the tail lights, the turn signals, and all the running lights run through this cable. Now that we've properly disconnected everything, it's time to uncouple the tractor from the trailer. All of the trailers that we use are manufactured by Great Dane. Now, these particular trailers we call drop deck air rides. They're more commonly known as electronic vans and furniture vans. These would be the same type of trailers that will come to your house to load your personal furniture. Now, the reason that we call them drop decks is because this is the deck area. It comes all the way back here and drops and stays flat all the way the total length of the trailer. These trailers probably appear much larger than they really are, but they're standard size trailers. That means that they're 13 feet, 6 inches tall, they're 102 inches wide, and they're 48 feet long. Now, one of the benefits of having a drop deck trailer is that means it's lower to the ground. That helps us in a couple of ways. First of all, a lot of the shows that we go to do not have loading docks. That means that all the equipment has to be unloaded by hand and has to be pushed up or pushed down the ramps, which are stored in our ramp carriages. Now, in our trailers, we have air ride. It's right here. It's just like what's on the tractor. The reason that we have air ride is because we haul delicate electronics. That would be the sound systems and, of course, all the lighting equipment. Having the air ride system on both the trailer and the tractor keeps all that delicate equipment safe along the bumpy highways. Well, that's all the time we have for this break. We're going to hook up the trailer and head on down to Nashville.
Look who's here. Where have you guys been?
We just stopped to get the trucks washed. They gotta look good for this music video.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you guys got lost. Remember, it's been a while since you guys have been down here to Nashville.
I was just a kid at the high school dance, trying to find the nerve to take a little chance. I was watching that girl, wishing she was mine, wondering if I was just wasting my time. Just the right words hadn't come to me yet when she looked my way and our eyes met. She came over, I stuttered like a fool. She said, I knew you never asked me, boy, so I better ask you. Well, somebody pinch me, it's got to be a dream. Girl I was falling for, he's falling for me. Slap my back, shake my hand. Damn if I ain't a lucky man. Damn if I ain't a lucky man. Long after high school we're holding on tight. Don't let go of something when it feels this right. But when I proposed to her, she just smiled. She said, boy, you'll have my answer in a little while. After a day or two of losing my mind, told her I was asking for the very last time. She said, yes. I said, why'd you make me wait? She said, the things that come harder, boy, you appreciate.